The teachings of Jesus and Buddha. A harmonious intersection. The teachings of Jesus Christ and Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, emerge from distinct cultural and historical contexts, yet their core messages echo remarkable similarities. Both figures emphasize love, compassion, and the transcendence of ego as the pathways to spiritual awakening. While Jesus spoke of the kingdom of God and Buddha focused on enlightenment and liberation from suffering, their teachings share a vision of a transformed state of being, free from attachment, ignorance, and division. Despite the differing terminologies, their spiritual philosophies resonate deeply, inviting reflection on universal truths. At the heart of their teachings lies the principle of love and compassion for all beings. Jesus called for unconditional love, encapsulated in his commandment, "Love your neighbor as yourself." Similarly, Buddha emphasized metta, or loving kindness, urging his followers to cultivate boundless goodwill. Both recognize that genuine love transcends personal desires and biases, fostering harmony and breaking down barriers between individuals. This shared focus underscores their belief in the interconnectedness of humanity and the transformative power of compassion. Another striking parallel is their call for inner transformation as a means to achieve spiritual fulfillment. Jesus proclaimed, "The kingdom of God is within you," urging individuals to look inward for divine presence. Buddha likewise taught that enlightenment arises from introspection and self-awareness, achieved through meditation and mindfulness. Both masters recognize that true spiritual progress requires a shift in consciousness, moving away from external distractions to focus on the cultivation of inner peace and wisdom. The path of humility and selflessness also unites their teachings. Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, symbolizing humility and servitude, and declared, "Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant." Buddha similarly renounced his royal status to live as a wandering ascetic, embodying simplicity and detachment from material possessions. Their lives and teachings illustrate that humility dissolves the ego and fosters a deeper connection to the divine and to others. Forgiveness as a cornerstone of spiritual growth is another common thread. Jesus famously taught, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do," advocating for mercy even in the face of suffering. Buddha, in his teachings on karma, emphasized letting go of anger and resentment as these emotions perpetuate suffering. Both understood forgiveness as liberating for both the giver and receiver, allowing individuals to break free from cycles of pain and hostility. The rejection of materialism and attachment to worldly desires is central to both traditions. Jesus warned against the pursuit of wealth, saying, "It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God." Buddha similarly identified craving as the root of suffering, advocating for the middle way, a balanced approach that avoids extremes of indulgence and asceticism. Their teachings encourage detachment as a means to achieve spiritual clarity and liberation. Another area of alignment is their emphasis on ethical conduct. Jesus preached the golden rule, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you," a guideline rooted in empathy and mutual respect. Buddha's eightfold path includes right speech, right action, and right livelihood, principles that similarly promote ethical living. Both teachings emphasize that spiritual growth is intertwined with moral integrity, creating a foundation for harmonious coexistence. Both Jesus and Buddha also spoke of transcending duality and illusion to experience ultimate truth. Jesus described himself as the way, the truth, and the life, guiding followers toward divine unity. Buddha taught the concept of anicca, impermanence, and the illusory nature of self, directing seekers to recognize the interdependent nature of reality. Their teachings challenge individuals to look beyond surface appearances to perceive a deeper, unifying reality. Lastly, their messages were universal, extending beyond specific cultures or religions. Jesus welcomed outcasts and sinners, declaring that salvation was open to all who had faith. Buddha rejected the caste system and taught that enlightenment was attainable by anyone, regardless of social status. Their inclusive approaches underscore the timeless and universal nature of their teachings, which continue to inspire people across spiritual traditions to seek love, compassion, and truth. Through their profound teachings and transformative lives, Jesus and Buddha illuminated paths toward spiritual awakening that transcend cultural and religious boundaries. Their shared emphasis on love, forgiveness, humility, and inner transformation speaks to the universal longing for peace and liberation. By exploring the parallels in their wisdom, we uncover not only the commonalities in their messages, but also the deeper unity of all spiritual paths. A unity that calls humanity to rise above division and embrace the boundless light within.